Good morning and welcome to the Dumpster Fire 4.0, part of AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. I'm Josh. If you're curious as to why you just heard the NFL on Fox theme, well, there's a very special reason. It is one of my favorite days of the year. Football season is back, baby! It's going to be a glorious occasion. I believe it starts at about 7 o'clock here on Channel 9. We get the inaugural NFL kickoff game. We have the Lions, the new Detroit Lions, helmed by Motor City Dan Campbell, taking on the Kansas City Chiefs, our hated division rivals. Here's to hoping that the Lions can pull off the improbable and knock off the Chiefs. That would be an incredible way to start off the season with the defending Super Bowl champs taking the L, especially since they are in our division. I mean, I'm not asking for much. At least I don't think I am. It's just, a Lions win and Patrick Mahomes getting knocked to the ground a couple of times. And it's not really a dig on him. I respect him as a player. But at the end of the day, he's in our division. We have to contend with him twice a year. If we're in the playoffs, we have to face him probably 3 times a year. So, yeah. Anything that we can do to soften them up will be great. As for us Broncos fans, we have to wait until Sunday, 2 o'clock at Mile High. We're taking on the Raiders. We're getting a divisional matchup right off the bat. We'll see what we can do. This is going to be the first season under the Sean Payton regime. It looks like he's come in, he's cleaned house, he's righted the ship. So we think, at least on paper, everything looks extremely promising. So here's to hoping for a Broncos win and a better Broncos season than what we had last year. Let's hope we can get back into the playoffs. We have not been in the playoffs. We haven't even been near the playoffs since since we won the Super Bowl. Since we won Super Bowl 50. That was almost 7 years ago. I know. Time flies. Here we go. But also, keep in mind, we have just a lot of sports coming up in Colorado this weekend. Not just the Broncos, but the CU Buffs are taking on the Nebraska Cornhuskers. At Folsom Field this Saturday. It is actually right now. I did just pull it up. This came from the Final Word. So we have the average price right now for a ticket to go see the Buffs take on Nebraska this Saturday at Folsom Field, $265. The average ticket price to go see the Broncos take on the Raiders, a division rival at Mile High, is currently sitting at $186. It is more expensive to get a ticket to see the Buffs take on Nebraska than to see the Broncos take on the Raiders. That is the Coach Prime effect, y'all. Since Coach Prime and the Buffs beat TCU 45-42 this past week. ESPN has been having a field day. I'm absolutely happy for it. We here, we coming. We got this, folks. It's gonna be a fun time in the world of sports in Colorado. But either ways, how are we doing? We're one day closer to Friday on this shortened week for many of us. We did have Labor Day on Monday. It has just been an absolutely entertaining time. This week has been kind of a roller coaster. Partially due to FedEx, and let me go ahead and explain why. So, on Friday, I bought an Xbox Series X. I ordered one online. I figured, you know what, finally, I'm just going to go ahead and take the plunge and finally get it. And before you ask, no, I have not played Starfield yet. I'll get to that here in a second. I ordered it on Friday. First, I get told, it's like, it's going to be FedEx delivery, but it'll arrive next Friday. I think, okay, whatever, no biggie. Saturday, Sunday pass, nothing happens. Monday morning, I get a text saying, your package is going to arrive today. I think, no, that's a load of cap. That's got to be a lie. It's Labor Day. Who in the world is working Labor Day? But I keep getting more and more messages on the app saying, it's going to arrive. It's going to arrive. It's going to arrive. So Labor Day, I don't even do much. I was just mostly sitting at home, eating, watching tennis. But I'm sitting, close to my front door just to be ready because I do have to sign for this thing. It gets later and later in the day, and lo and behold, it does not arrive. I look on my app, it says, delivery pending, and then later on at night I get a message saying, it's going to arrive on Wednesday. So I think, whatever, still, it'll get here early. First they said Friday, and now they're saying Wednesday, so that's cool. Tuesday, I come here, I do the show, I get some other stuff done, I hang out with my friend, and I get home, I picked up some extra hours on my shift at work, because wouldn't you know, this boy needs money, especially after he just plunked down all that money on an Xbox Series X. It's about 7 o'clock. I'm stuck on a call from the last bit of the extra hours that I'm working, so I can't get to the door. I hear a knock, and I'm like, oh, crud, you know. But I also know that we have Amazon packages arriving, so I try to think to myself, okay, maybe it's just the Amazon stuff, you know. Sometimes they do get here late. You know, I don't think any big deal. I get a text from my younger brother about 5 minutes later. Oh, hey, your big box is here. I just had to sign for it. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I hurry up, I finish my call, and I run down to go get my Xbox. And then lo and behold, I end up opening the box. They had wrapped the box that the Xbox was in, hey, boxception, with a bunch of those little air pillows. All of them had deflated. I am terrified. I think, oh gosh, what if I just got this thing and it's busted? So I'm panicking. I take it out of the box. I plug it in. I hook it up. Lo and behold, thankfully it worked. But yeah, that was my FedEx nightmare this week. And we have people waiting outside the studio. We finally have guests on the show. It's no longer just me. You don't have to hear me talking the whole time. We have Dax and Keon.
Keon, you left your bag here yesterday.
Oh no.
I thought you left that here earlier. I thought, oh, you got here before me because I saw the bag. So I was like, oh.
I knew I left it somewhere.
No, we couldn't find it yesterday, and he was freaking out a little bit. But
Oh,
good to know it was just in
no.
the station.
Yeah.
Okay. Because at first I thought, because I got here at like 10:10, so I was like, oh, maybe they beat me to the punch.
I was in here yesterday, so I'm back.
Yeah,
for
I saw
another
on
round.
I saw on the computer, but yay! Finally, I have more people here.
Hello.
I'm not completely losing my mind in isolation.
What's up?
Again?
I mean, you're gonna be losing your mind with friends now.
Yeah.
So
Now
is
you
that
can
really
get
better?
crazy
It
with
is better though,
audience.
because at least there's other people around, so I can kind of.
It's me.
Yeah, but still.
It's me.
And I'm an
Yeah.
extension of Dax, so
Yeah, but this works. Okay, I haven't seen Dax since the last time I bumped into them at Target.
that's
Oh,
always
yeah.
where we find people.
And I followed you and your friend around for a while because I am awkward and I didn't know what to do, but it was fun hanging out with you, and so I was like,
It was pretty fun. I will say that. Even my friend is like, I see why you two do a radio show, because I've sent her clips like of the ones that I put on YouTube, and she's like, you two are just like chaos, and it's like,
Yeah.
that's why. That's why it works.
yeah. And all we need to do is we need to get V back in here.
We do. We just need to figure out like teleportation
Yeah.
and get V
For
back
real, yeah.
in here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just
Yeah.
set up like a small like portal, you know, like the portal
Yeah.
gun portals.
Or just get a portal gun.
Yeah.
Just, there
so
we
then
go.
That way, like V can talk through the portal.
Yes.
Just shoot one in here and then mail them the gun, the portal gun,
that
Yeah.
works too.
and then
yeah.
they can do the other side, and then
Yeah,
you
and
know
then just-
it's
there we
yeah,
go.
there we
it's
go.
done.
We get the connection.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, no, it's been crazy. But anyways, how have y'all been?
I'm moving to England in 12 days.
Oh snap! You're gonna go across the pond.
Yep.
You ready for
Biggest
it?
pond.
We'll find out.
All
Well,
right.
you got the suitcase packed. Well, one of them.
Yeah, I've got one of 3 suitcases packed, so doing good
It's
there.
already like 50 pounds, the one suitcase.
Oh lord.
I have to pack my entire life into 3 suitcases.
Yeah.
I am packing every single pound they will let me.
Yeah.
So are you just taking like all of it on the flight, or are you just gonna
Yeah.
have it shipped over later?
I'm taking all of it on the flight, and then I'll put a couple things in storage at my parents' house, and then when I come back and visit, like each time I'll take a little bit more of the stuff that
okay.
I can't really justify taking up space with now.
True.
Like some of my books and stuff.
Dang. That's gonna be crazy though, because I mean, it's one thing to like visit, or at least like, because I've never been to another country. It's like it's one thing to visit, but then it's another thing. It's like, oh, I'm packing up my entire life, and I'm going to live here
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, it's the crazy thing is like me and the person I'm moving in with, we both keep talking about like in exactly a week we're gonna be, you know, like
Oh.
like on a train
Yeah.
going from London to Worthing together, and then
There you go.
now it's like in exactly a week I'm gonna be waiting for him to come back from work like a little puppy at the door.
That's gonna be crazy. It's like we
Yeah.
we just need to get a camera to document all this.
Yes.
Oh no,
Yes, we
leave me
do.
alone.
It'll be an award.
hilarious.
It'll be an award-winning Netflix documentary.
Yeah.
I don't want to be an award-winning Netflix documentary. That's like saying,
Something.
I don't know what it's saying, but that's an insult more than it's a compliment. Okay.
But
I
I'm just saying,
disagree,
or
but
actually,
okay.
actually no, we would have to work out a better deal with residuals and stuff. So if anything, we'll like do it in theaters or something
Yeah.
that we get money from
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Okay.
And Netflix gives anyone with, a working camera a documentary. Are you kidding me?
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Like, have you guys seen The Longest Third Date? I haven't, but one of my residents
What?
watched it. It's about these two people. It's literally they filmed it on their iPhone. Like, literally they filmed it on their iPhone. And
Oh my
basically they
gosh.
got, at the beginning of the pandemic, they got stuck in some other country.
Oh.
And they
Oh.
went for their third date. They went to another country on a vacation.
What?
And then they ended up
Huh?
spending like 6 months together.
Why would
Okay,
you
there's
go
already
to
so many
another-
questions
yeah,
already there. Like, why would you go?
to another country
on
with
a
someone
third
they've
date?
only seen
Yeah,
like
exactly.
twice?
Do not ask me. I am not those people, but you can
Huh.
get it if you just film on your iPhone. You can get a Netflix documentary. The audio quality has to be atrocious on that.
Oh.
Oh no.
I mean, I got so many questions, but like, I knew one girl that I worked at Red Lobster with that on her first date, she went on a road trip with this dude to Texas.
What?
And I'm just like, so
First
you're
date?
going by yourself
Yeah, that
with
sounds
this
like
dude that you barely know, like 1,000
Yeah.
miles away.
How to Get Murdered 101.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, for
like
real,
that's
it's like-
the start of a human trafficking story.
Like I think
Yeah.
I've heard that like positioning statement for several forensic files. Like,
I'm pretty sure. And
Yeah.
also, this girl's my age. This
okay.
dude's like 40.
Oh dear.
So that's like even more like, yeah,
Hmm.
it's like, girl, how did you not,
And for
And,
clarity, how old are you?
27.
Okay. So yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that
Yeah.
it's not a.
It's not an
off-
ideal situation.
Yeah, it's not. I wouldn't sign up for it.
No, I mean, I wouldn't like if on the third date, like if they even go to my house, that's already
no.
making movements,
No, you
and
are
that's
not
like a
entering my
maybe.
home. No.
And that's like they see the outside of my house, but it's like, no, you ain't going in. It's like, this
No.
is my inner sanctum.
Yeah, no one gets to enter my house unless I've known them for like at least a month.
There you go.
So,
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah. No, especially nowadays, because you just don't know.
Yeah. And my house is a mess. So.
Oh, okay. No, if anything, like my big nervousness is like, okay, if I actually get that far with someone, which would be impressive nowadays, but it's like if they went into my house and it's like, oh, you're gonna see that it's like, oh no, I'm not kidding. I literally have all of these game consoles in one space, and my whole existence is pretty much this one space since I work here too.
Yeah.
So they'll be like, you don't go outside much. It's like, no, I do. But when I'm inside, like,
You're
I'm
staying there
inside.
for 7 weeks.
Yeah. It's like I got my
when you-
mini fridge, I got all my systems.
My house right now, our basement flooded, and so
Yeah.
my
Oh, no.
my younger brother's entire bedroom and our entire storage room are in like the main living space in the basement.
Ooh.
The basement. Yeah.
And so like the entire basement is just full of stuff. Upstairs, beautiful, immaculate, gorgeous.
It
Downstairs,
looks like every other HBO white person house.
yes,
so-
exactly.
Oh
Yeah,
my
exactly.
gosh.
But the
Yeah.
downstairs right now,
Like right when you said that, it just popped into my head.
Yep.
I'm like,
half
oh,
of
okay.
half of the space is taken up by my mother's Christmas decorations, so that pretty much tells you where we are. And then the other part is like all of my brother's stuff. Like we have like an air hockey table, and like on the on and under the
Oh.
entire air hockey table is all of his stuff. Like that entire area behind the couch is just full of his stuff.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
And then my bedroom is a hot mess because I'm packing. So
Yeah.
and it's always a hot mess.
It's
I
more
won't
of
lie.
a hot mess.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a different kind of hot mess right now.
It looks better than it did last night because I got that one suitcase packed. Like
That's
it's
good.
actually all packed up.
Oh,
So
there you go.
I know.
That's still like insanity, though.
I know. This is something I've wanted since like second grade, and I've somehow manifested it.
You
So,
pulled it off.
Yeah, it's all because of Dan and Phil.
There you go.
Oh no.
Oh
You
gosh.
think it's a joke?
I know it's not.
No,
That's
it's not. Like I
it's
haven't
not a
seen Dax
joke.
in months, and I'm like, that's not a joke.
No.
There are
Oh,
some
gosh.
things I don't joke about, and one of them is Dan and Phil.
Oh, we are aware. But we have been talking for a little while, so let's go ahead and kick it back to the music here on AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. And welcome back to the Dumpster Fire 4.0 here on AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. I am Josh, here with Dax and with Keon.
Hello.
Hi. So yeah, we all just went and got caffeine.
Yes.
I got no caffeine. I'm trying to lay off on the caffeine a little bit because it makes my heart go bad.
You got an excellent orange soda, so
Yeah.
Mine, I was going to say mine, it's like the opposite. Rather than making my heart go bad, it makes my heart go, hey, you're alive.
I already have,
Yeah.
You already know my whole thing with my health and stuff.
Yes.
When I drink caffeine, whenever I stand up, I feel like I'm about to pass out.
Yeah.
And I feel like that anyway. So I'm like,
You're like,
limiting
no.
my caffeine has actually gone pretty well for me by just not doing that.
Yeah. I just try to, like, I'll drink more of it on days that I have, like, work and school back to back. Because over the summer, I got, like, really bad with it. I was taking my green tea pills, which already have caffeine. I was taking pre-workout, which also has a lot of caffeine.
Pre-workout should be your only caffeine of the day if you're going to drink caffeine.
I learned that the hard way. And then, like, later on in the day, I would have, like, one of these. And then I'm like, why do I feel like the Flash and I'm about to, like, run into the future?
Yeah.
One
And
of
then
these
it's
is a Kickstart, which is the worst energy drink to choose, in my personal opinion. Be
I can't
normal
do
and get...
any energy drinks. They all make me feel like my heart is going to just walk out of my chest.
See,
So,
coffee really upsets my stomach bad if it's not from like the right place. Like I can have it from Human Bean, but pretty much anywhere else,
It's like,
it upsets my stomach bad. So I
Ooh.
have to drink energy drinks if I'm going to drink caffeine.
I'm the opposite. I can like only do coffee.
Yeah.
Or tea, but
yeah. For me, coffee, it just depends.
Yeah.
Like, I have to be like, oh, I want coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of if I want
Yes.
coffee, I'm not going to do decaf because I'm
okay.
not a freak, and I also like cold brew and they don't make it decaf
Oh.
because like that's the whole point of cold brew is to have a ton of caffeine in it.
True.
Yeah.
So I'll do like a cold brew because that's my favorite, but I don't. If I'm not feeling caffeine, I'll get something else like a cream soda.
There you go. And let's go ahead and get a quick check here of your weather here on this lovely Thursday. So currently in Fort Lupton, we're looking at 83 degrees with a high of 90, a low of 51, sunny skies, no wind. In Windsor, we're currently at 77 degrees with a high of 89, a low of 51, sunny skies, wind gusts of up to 2 miles per hour. In Loveland, we're looking at 78 degrees, a high of 89, a low of 55, sunny skies, and no wind. And on the home campus of Greeley, we're looking at 90. Holy smokes.
Oof.
With a high of 90, a low of 50, sunny skies, and wind gusts of up to 4 miles per hour.
It can't be a high of 90. If it's already 90 at 11 a.m.,
it didn't feel like
it's
90.
It's going to get way hotter.
Yeah.
I was going to say, well, that's good. That's the weather I thrive in.
No.
No.
I
Yes.
get that you're a reptile and you do look like a lizard, but like,
Oh, man.
You
like,
should
so-
maybe try getting a heat lamp.
yeah, some of us have
my-
heat intolerance.
Yeah.
My room is already a furnace with all the stuff I have running in there all the time. And I figured out with my Series X, that thing lets off a crud load of heat.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's my
fair.
heater for the winter. I'm like, there we go. I'll just have my Series X running.
I'm about to move somewhere where I'm not going to have air conditioning,
Woo.
and like they don't have it in like any of the buildings. So I'm about to just like roast my booty off. And so I want some cool days before I leave so
Yeah.
that I don't have to suffer.
True.
Yeah. I'm not looking forward to that either.
We'll
So-
have an in-window air conditioning unit in our room.
Oh, okay.
Yay.
If Rory refuses to get one, so
Oh.
I get to not
Bribe
have
him.
one. But when you end up moving over,
I will complain so much that we will force our then mutual roommate to get a AC thing.
no, we'll have an in unit. Me and you will have a window unit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
cool.
we don't need to worry about Rory.
Okay.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Sorry, we're just establishing housing plans on
No, you're
air.
good.
Don't
You're
mind
good.
us.
That's fine. I mean, that is nowhere near the craziest thing that we have talked about during our time.
I don't know what you're talking about. We only have normal conversations.
Yeah, that's why
True.
it's called the dumpster fire. It's normal.
Exactly.
It's like 3.1 now at this point.
It's 4.0 now.
Why is it 4? Okay.
Because when the actual fall semester starts, it's a new
Got
new
it.
number.
Got
so
it.
like when we did it, it was 3.1.
3.0.
Yeah, it was 3.0, and then spring semester was 3.1, summer semester was 3.2, and
Okay.
then
Now you're on
it's
4.0.
4.0.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Although I have a feeling like I'm gonna run out of like numbers here soon.
Do you know how long it takes to run
There
out
is
of
an
numbers?
infinite
Yeah,
amount of
I know, but how do I
numbers.
say this? I didn't picture like this thing ever going to like a 4.0. So in my head,
You
I'm just
mean
like,
you don't
oh,
want
yeah.
it to go past 10. 'Cause
No,
don't
I
wanna
mean,
go
how do
over
I say
digits.
this? If I had my way, it'll go on forever. But how do I say this? Like now in practice, I'm just like, wow, I've actually been doing this show for like a while now. If we're
Yeah.
on 4.0.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes. But we are getting close to the top of the hour, so we will go ahead and let it kick back to the music here on AIM Student Radio with Sledgehammer by Fifth Harmony. I don't know. I think I maybe only know like 2 Fifth Harmony songs. So here you go. Enjoy. We're back. It wouldn't be a
job.
dumpster fire send off without us almost forgetting to push the button.
That's
Us.
dying.
No, it was you. It was no us.
I say us because y'all were in here.
I was the one that got you to push
We-
the button. I
we
did
were
my part.
participating by you telling him to push the button and me actively sending him memes, distracting him.
Yes.
So
Yes. So yeah, that's what we did on our break. We sent memes back and forth.
I
even
saw
though
my
we were in the
brother.
same room.
And we saw Dax's brother.
Yes.
Hi, Weston.
Hi,
Shout out to
Weston.
Weston.
He's in art history right now.
Shout out to Weston and art history.
Wild
Oh my gosh.
times.
Wild times indeed. Oh man. But yes, so Keon and Dax are just sending me all these memes for like Skyrim merch that I'm like, I unironically need all of this.
Yeah, I was just telling him how I'm currently trying to get every single achievement in Skyrim.
Yes.
So and I just kept finding Skyrim memes about it. So
There's so many Skyrim memes, and they're at this point they're just goated, so you can break them out at any time.
yeah, it's Skyrim is such a staple of the gaming community that it's like
Yes.
I think like a third of gaming memes
Or just
so,
Skyrim.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I
Yes.
see my brother. Hi, Weston.
Shout out to Weston.
Hi, Weston.
He passed.
Yes. But yeah, that's just one of the things that we've been doing here. Oh man.
Yeah.
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 I'm so tired, guys.
We have nothing planned for this bit.
We
do
did not.
no,
Great.
We did
Josh
not.
just put it on manual and was like,
Well, yeah, because we were gonna do it beforehand, but then all of a sudden phone calls, and I'm like, oh wait, hang on.
I guess I can tell you about yesterday.
What happened yesterday?
I was in the station yesterday doing a show with DJ Hammy,
Yeah.
and I was doing. We were just talking, and we were gonna put it back to the music.
Yeah.
And the mouse died.
Oh,
So
no.
I started going on a wild goose chase to find a battery, and he just kept rambling to try to keep the dead from having dead air.
Does that explain these batteries?
Yes, that does
Okay.
explain why there's random batteries in the station.
But these are
now.
dead, I'm guessing.
One of them is.
Okay.
I don't
which
know.
you are monsters.
Anyway, both of us forgot that the computer to do the music on is a touchscreen.
No.
So, yeah.
That just reminded me of like the thing from Sweet Life on Deck. Whenever like they would fall into the hot tub, like Mr. Mosley would be like, "It's a hot tub, just stand up," and it's like a running gag throughout the show.
Amazing.
And I just thought of that.
Yeah, it was pretty much that energy. I was
Oh
like,
gosh.
running around, arms flailing. I like chucked like a wired mouse at him.
Oh my
To see if he
gosh.
could figure out how to plug it in. I like ran into the
Oh.
hall. I don't know who it was, but I was like the first person I saw.
It's
I
like,
was
"We need a
you
battery."
battery. So yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And it was a good time.
There you go. Oh.
I am so glad I wasn't here. Where was I?
No, I was.
I
gonna
was
say-
in Denver.
Oh, I was gonna. It's like if we had video footage, that would have been
Oh,
perfect.
He was narrating, so.
Okay. No,
I-
I'm just saying that would have been perfect just because then at that point, like we can use that to pitch like a comedy show. It's like this is the energy we're going for
Yeah.
on this show.
Yeah.
I was in Denver getting fingerprinted for my visa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I got
was like-
arrested.
I was like,
Yeah.
I've been fingerprinted, but we're not talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was for getting your passport and visa and whatnot done.
Yeah.
I don't have my passport right now.
The
The UK government has it. Yeah. It's really fun.
Oh man.
Governments don't like giving back the paperwork that they need to be able to do stuff. So
Stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my
Yeah.
passport. My passport has been the biggest issue, but I'm going to get it back by next Thursday. So
Oh, okay.
not
That's
too worried
before
about
you
it.
move.
Okay, yeah, because I know with like or the State Department overall, like I just know like right now with passports, it's just taking like
So long.
forever.
I'm trying to get mine currently done, so I won't have this same waiting game. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And how many times have we missed your appointment now?
We've now gone into the I almost said airport, the
Post office.
post office.
Yeah.
Like 3 different times.
oh my
Because if you're not
gosh.
there on the dot, they're like, you're late. You can't do
They're
the
like, we can't do it.
appointment."
Boom. Oh no.
Yeah. So the first time was 100% Keon's fault.
No, you
Yes.
said you were going to be at my house at 11:40 or whatever. And then I was like, okay, well, I'll just wait to shower because your
Yeah.
shower wasn't working at the time.
Our septic was backed up, so we
Yeah.
couldn't use any of the water in our house.
Yeah.
Ew.
And so I was just waiting for you to show up so I could take a shower after you get there, thinking you would be there in like 10 minutes. And like 40 minutes later, I'm still just waiting, not
Oh
showering 'cause I'm waiting.
no.
And he never once thought to,
Well, I
Shower.
kept thinking like you're gonna be here soon, right? So
Yeah.
you know me. You know I am never on time to anything
you
ever
said
at
you were
all.
gonna be there at 40.
Oh my god.
I did not.
So
I was
it
gonna
a
say we
joint
need we
effort.
need evidence of this.
It was a snap that said.
Oh,
so
okay.
The
There
evidence
you go.
was
The evidence
erased.
disappeared.
Yes.
Oof.
Well,
But-
that's what he thinks happened, but in all reality, it's because after I got done with the shower, we still had 40 minutes before we needed to leave,
Yeah.
and he could not get ready in 40 minutes. He couldn't
Listen.
take a shower and get himself ready
How
in
do
40
you not
minutes.
get ready in 40
That's how I
minutes?
say it's his fault.
I can take a 10-minute shower, but will I get dressed and out of the house in that time? No. Like it will take me at least 30 minutes to get ready. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just literally like t-shirt, jeans, go.
Yeah.
It took me like 5 minutes to take a shower. I was out of the bathroom in 7 minutes.
I was not.
I was gonna say, Keon, this is not boding well for
Yeah,
you.
no, I'm sorry, but this wasn't necessarily fully my fault.
It was a joint effort.
Okay, whatever you need to say to make yourself feel better. And then
Okay.
yesterday he
We'll
had
say
another
70
appointment.
30.
Okay.
Yesterday
yeah,
he had another appointment at 10 a.m., but I had to be in Denver at 11 a.m. for my
Oh no.
USCIS appointment.
Ooh.
So,
Yeah. So we tried doing a walk-in thing, but there
But-
was a family of like 4 ahead of us.
Oh,
so.
that'll take
so
a second.
now we have an
Yeah.
appointment today at 12:45.
Oh
Woohoo.
dang.
So we're
Takes,
going
like 3
straight from here
Yeah.
to
to
there.
the post office.
Dang. Wait, which one?
The downtown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Man, I haven't been to that one in a while.
Hmm.
I mean, it's not.
I
the
mean, like I'm
closer
downtown
one,
a lot,
so-
but I'm not at that post office
Why would you frequently be at a post office?
to send stuff.
That sounded so suspicious. We are moving on.
Yeah,
New
we
topic.
don't want to know what you're
Not like
sending.
that.
Got
Not like
it.
that. Not like that.
You've got money wedged in the pages of magazines. You're
Yeah,
sending
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
$6,000 cash.
Yeah.
I'll
Illicit
tell you this:
goods.
if I had $6,000 cash, I wouldn't be putting it in the mail. I'd be like, see y'all, I'm in Vegas for a week again.
Oh no.
Why would you waste all of your money in Vegas?
Gambler.
Well, I wouldn't
Gambler.
gamble a whole lot of it. I would just go have fun.
Why can't you have fun anywhere else?
Well, I do, but I just really like Vegas.
It's so funny because Josh is like the absolute polar opposite of me.
Yeah.
I despise Vegas.
Vegas is like sensory nightmare. It is.
It's
not,
too much. It
there's
smells
too much
bad.
going
There's too
on.
many lights. Everyone's freaking
Everything
touching you.
smells like used cigarette smoke.
And human poop.
Yeah.
but I thrive on chaos.
So
and
you thrive on the
Vegas.
smell of human puke and used cigarettes?
Pupe?
Puke?
Puke.
Puke?
Okay, well, we're still going to using that.
Okay.
Well, how do I say this? Usually, I'm always like chewing gum, or I have like something strong, so I don't really smell it. But no,
So
I
your
am
nose
I am a
blind.
chaotic mess in
All right.
Vegas.
All right then.
Yeah, no, it's
The thing
literally
is, Josh
like,
is part of the problem in Vegas, so that's the reason that we're different.
Yeah, Josh is the one that is actually having fun in the casinos, and we're the ones standing in the corner waiting for our moms to stop gambling. Got it.
Yep.
Yeah.
although it was funny on this most recent trip to Vegas, I was the only one in my group that would actually go to the slots.
Oh.
And it was just so weird because like Janice was just like, dude, you look like you're just in like your element. And I'm like, let's see, drinking my hand at the slot machines, just walking around like nothing. I'm like, actually, yeah.
Do you ever like actually do good when you gamble, or is it just
I've
goodbye
broken
money?
even. And every time I break even, I stop because I
Yeah.
know my luck. And it'll be like, oh, do you want a shot for double? I'm like, no. I'm like, give me my
Okay.
money.
So you usually break even, but you don't
Yeah.
really gain.
No, no, just because I just know my luck. Like the first time I went, I got on a streak. And like on the very next shot on the slots, lost all of
Lost
it.
it.
So I'm like,
Dang.
ever since then, I'm like, no, I just play pretty much long enough to either break even or long enough for the cocktail waitresses to notice that I'm
Yeah.
there. So they're like, hey, do you want a drink? I'm like, yeah.
Okay.
But I tip them well, so I am
you
a good
should
tipper
turn
there.
Keon up because he is so quiet. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
There we go.
Cool.
Um,
I might actually be heard now. Cool.
Oh, you're heard.
anyway.
Oh, wow, that sounded so weird. You're heard.
When I went,
Hmm.
or no, my mom went to Vegas one time. I'm telling my mom's Vegas story. She went to Vegas when I was probably like 5, 6, with my grandma and grandpa and then my aunt. And it's my aunt that peddles supplements.
She's like a essential oils kind of person.
Mm-hmm.
She believes
Do terror
that,
for the win.
Yeah, she thinks that essential oils can cure your allergies.
She doesn't believe in essential oils. She believes that her supplements, which are so different, can cure type 1 diabetes and cancer.
Which is like basically saying like essential oils would, because
Right,
it's,
yeah.
it's the
It's
same
the same
thing.
thing, yeah. But
Wow. Sound.
anyway, my aunt, grandma, grandpa were all at the penny slots, and my mom got like picked up by this random guy, and he gave her a $10 bill and was like, "Let's go gamble." And my mom, being who she is, was like,
no.
"Okay." Went with him. My grandpa was like freaking out because he's like, "This is just some random guy," and my mom's like, "We're in a casino. I'm not gonna leave the casino with him." She ends up winning like $3,000 that night from the $10 bill that he gave her. She did not spend a penny of her own money, and she bought us a new car with that money because we were like poor, like
Poor.
food stamps poor.
Oh,
like poor.
I've been there.
Yeah. So like she bought a new car with that money over a $10 bill that somebody gave her.
That's what's up.
My Vegas story is I went when I was like 8, and we stayed in the Hooters Hotel.
Oh my gosh. We walked past that so many times.
How did I not know that you've stayed in the Hooters Hotel? That's iconic.
The pool had really high chlorine levels,
Oh, so you got boiled?
and my eyes were like
Just
burning.
hurting. Yeah.
And I went because they wanted to take me to the Lion King,
Yeah.
the play,
Mhm.
and I had like a breakdown because I'm like, I can't see anything.
Yeah.
My eyes are burning. I'm not
Oh,
gonna be able to
no.
see Simba. And I was like 8, so
Dang.
yeah.
I mean, at least there was still something for you to do out there.
Yeah.
Because if you're not 21, like,
Yeah.
like all the times I've gone, like every time I'll see all these kids and they're just like, what am I doing here?
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know? No, so like I guess the one Vegas story I can tell on this most recent time I went, I ended up getting hit on by swingers.
Huh.
So we were staying at the Luxor.
Are we sure this is a radio friendly story?
Yes.
I've heard this story, Josh.
Yes.
Please cease.
Okay. But point is, it was like,
I think I'm changing the subject back to my Vegas story then.
okay. Okay.
I think it was kind of like, I don't know. I don't want
Wait,
to
hold
say
on. When
Lion
did you hear the
King.
Vegas story?
I don't. I feel like I remember this story.
It just barely happened this year.
I feel like you told me in Target.
Because I saw you in Target last year.
Oh,
So this was in
Hey, guys.
April.
I also got to pet a baby lion.
Yay!
Yeah.
Wait, was
Eh,
that at the MGM? I'm
yeah.
guessing. Yeah.
And it peed all over me.
Ooh.
Yeah.
a blessing.
Yes.
Okay.
A blessing from
Yeah.
Simba himself.
Yes. They had cubs there, and they had like if you signed up, you could.
Oh,
pet the
okay.
It might not be the
babies.
story I'm thinking of. Then you can tell
No.
it, Josh.
Okay, so this is like the PG version of the story. So,
Okay.
like, we get back from all the convention stuff, and me, one of the gals in our group, and Janice, we're like, oh, we're gonna go hang at the pool, whatever. So we're sitting there, we're chilling in the hot tub, and we see this couple that's there, and they have just like buckets of booze, and they're just like
Oh,
going to
no.
town in the hot tub, like they're just drinking like there's no tomorrow. And then we see this other girl get into the tub with us, like this younger gal. She's maybe like 23.
Oh dear.
And like they're all speaking Spanish. I speak Spanish, so like I end up hearing this whole thing. And they're asking her, they're like, what she's doing out there. And she was like, oh, well, I'm just here trying to figure out what to do, because she had just barely gotten married. And I guess her and her husband had a massive argument.
Fun.
And she's like, I need to figure out what to do next.
Vegas things, getting married and then having a massive
Yeah.
argument.
And then they start like trying to flirt with her and being like, how do you feel about experimenting? And then she was just like, no. She was like, me and my husband may be going through a rough patch,
But
she's like,
no.
I'm loyal to my marriage. So then she leaves after a while, and me
I
and this,
wonder why. It's almost
Yeah.
like they made her incredibly uncomfortable.
Yeah, no, and
Imagine
then,
being like, I'm going through a rough time, and then this
Yeah.
older couple is like, hey.
Yeah,
Like,
no, it was
No.
it was crazy. And so me and this other gal in our group, like, we're still sitting in the hot tub. Like, we're just kind of sitting like kind of near one another, and then they focus their attention on
no.
us, and they're like, "Oh, are you two together?" And I'm like, "Oh no, we're not
No,
dating."
no.
That might have been a mistake,
Oh,
because
no.
instantly they start asking me,
No.
and I'm just like, no, and they're like, because they asked, they're like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" And we're like, "Oh, we're just here for like a school trip," and they're like,
Yeah.
"Well, people can have fun on school trips," and I'm just like.
Did you have your head fully
no.
shaved, or was it like a?
No, it was full shave.
Okay.
Okay.
I was gonna
was
say
full shave.
if you looked like a 48-year-old man and they were doing that, I'm like, they
Yeah,
go
no,
from like
no,
this
no.
young girl to a 48-year-old looking man.
No. It was I had
Okay.
it was the full shave,
Okay.
and I'm just like, yeah, no. I'm just like, and it was just so like it was just all happened all kind of at once, and then later on after like I was just like, oh no, like they finished off like the last 2 drinks that they had in their bucket, and then
my
they
gosh.
left. But it was just like that was so
Vegas
weird.
things.
It was such a Vegas thing, and I'm just like, oh man.
And of course, that would happen to you in Vegas.
Yeah. Yeah. So there is there are plenty more Vegas stories, but a lot of them I can't say.
Yeah,
on air.
it's Vegas.
Yeah, leave those stories in Vegas, or
That's
at
why
least
that phrase is
out of the
exists.
station with
Yes.
me in it, because I don't want to hear any of your Vegas stories.
We don't need an ounce of trauma today. Thank you.
True.
It would be a little bit more than an ounce. Have you seen Josh?
Yeah,
I'm
I was
currently
gonna say
looking at
if you start
Josh,
jumping
so-
in on the show more, like you'll see more of just the overall chaos.
Fun.
The
Should we
overall
let them
chaos.
listen to music?
We should let them listen.
Please
to
let
music.
Yeah,
them listen
let
to
them
music
listen to
instead
music.
of this.
So up next we got "Girlfriend" by NSYNC here on AIM Student Radio. We're back.
You gave us no warning. I was mid-sentence.
I so did not do that.
Uh-huh.
Okay, we're just gonna act like that didn't happen.
Cool.
I'll get that in a second. So let's go. Wow. Let's go ahead and get a quick check here of your weather. Currently in Fort Lupton, we're looking at 83 degrees with a high at 90, a low of 51, sunny skies, and no wind. Currently in Windsor, we're looking at 77 degrees, a high of 89, a low of 51, sunny skies, wind gusts of a whopping 2 miles per hour.
Oh boy.
Currently in Loveland, we are looking at 78 degrees, a high of 89, a low of 55, sunny skies, no wind. And in the home campus of Greeley, we are still looking at 90 degrees with a low of 50, sunny skies, and wind gusts up to 4 miles per hour.
So not a lot of wind, but it's still
toasty.
hot out there.
It's toasty.
Yeah.
It's optimal temperatures.
Don't go out wearing your jackets quite yet.
Not yet.
It's not sweater weather yet, boys.
Not yet. I was gonna say fall is coming up, and it's like I got
Yeah.
a bunch of like cool jackets, but I'm just like waiting to break those out. Like I can't break them out now, even for like class in the morning, because it's like it'll be too hot, and I don't
Right.
want to like lug it around in my backpack either.
I love how like Labor Day is kind of considered the end of summer.
Yeah.
However, it's still
Still
so
really hot.
that
Yeah.
it's really not the end of summer.
No.
It's like This is the weird limbo phase.
It's
of summer.
it's summer's epilogue. There
Yeah.
we go. It's
Summer
not the
par-
official
summer
end, but
part
it's like
two.
yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
Summer the memoir.
Summer the memoir
Yeah.
coming to the New York Times bestseller list soon. Alrighty, so we are getting very, very close to the top of the hour, so we will go ahead and let the music keep playing here on AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. And welcome back to the Dumpster Fire 4.0, part of AIM Student Radio. I'm Josh here with Dax and with Keon.
Hello.
Hello. So that about does it here for today's show. We've had a lot of fun, a lot of laughs, a lot of memes, a lot of Skyrim merch.
Yes.
Yes, I was going to say, I can already hear, like, my wallet already weeping. or it'll be the Joe Exotic meme, the I'm never going to financially recover from this.
Yeah, I have a lot. So if you want things,
I do want things. There's a lot of things I want.
one of my birthday presents one year was like a volume of like all of the historic novels in Skyrim put into a physical book. So it's cool.
That's creative.
I don't think I've ever actually read it because a lot of those books are dry and boring.
Oh,
but
okay.
I have it.
It's a cool
Oh.
piece of information anyway.
It's a
Yes.
cool decorative thing I have in my room.
Cool things.
Yeah. No, I know for sure with, like, for Starfield, they're releasing some cool merch. Like, I want that watch that comes with, like, the Constellation Edition, but it's like, oh, you want the Constellation Edition? That's $300. And I'm like,
yeah.
no.
Thank you. Yeah.
I'm like, I already just plunked down the money on a Series X. Like,
yeah.
give me a break, guys. Or if there was a way to just get the watch, like, separately, then I would be happy.
Yeah. Starfield looks good. It looks like a really good blend of a classic Bethesda game
Yeah.
mixed with like No Man's Land and stuff like that.
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky,
Yeah.
thank you. And it looks really good. I am just waiting for the summer sale. The winter
Yeah.
sale.
At this rate,
'Cause-
I'm going to have to wait for either, like, them to open up more servers on the cloud gaming so I can stream it, or just wait until next month to actually download it,
Yeah.
because I'm like, I am not going over on my data plan this month because Xfinity charges an arm and a leg.
Yeah. I'm kind of waiting for both Baldur's Gate 3 and Starfield.
Okay.
I probably won't play either for a while, but
Yeah.
just get it. So,
Gotta finish.
Yeah.
Gotta
so-
finish other games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
But-
for me, I'm waiting because, like, when Spider-Man 2 comes out, at least PlayStation is still being really good about having, like, a playable version on the game of a game on a disc.
Yeah.
So that way, all you have to do is just download the patches. But we're with Xbox, since they're doing the whole smart delivery thing with the Xbox One games and the Series X games, half the time there's, like, hardly any data on the disc itself. It's like an unlock key, and then it's like, oh, you have to download the whole game. So then, you kind of go over on your data plan, especially with how big games are these days.
Right.
So I'm just waiting for that, and I'm just hoping that PlayStation keeps that trend going, and they have like almost all the data for Spider-Man on the disc, and I just have to download like a day one patch.
Right.
But other than that, it's like, unless something changes, I probably have to wait until next month to actually just jump in and play Starfield.
Right.
Because I'm like, I am not going to blow through my whole data plan 7 days into the month. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Xfinity gets ridiculous with it, because it's like $10 for every 50 gigs you go over, and 50 gigs when we're talking like games is nothing. I mean,
Yeah.
some huge updates for games, like, that's over 50 gigs. So it's like, yeah, no.
I
Do you just have mobile
AFK.
data or do you have Wi-Fi?
Oh, we have Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
but the
some-
Wi-Fi has like a cap on it too, and it's like
How much do you pay for that?
a lot.
And more than $2.
Yes, more
Oh,
than $2.
Okay,
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
More than $2. Although I'm looking at trying to get a router like of my own, but trying to get like a really nice router, because with Xfinity they do have the deal that if you have your own router, then it's unlimited.
Right.
But since we have one of theirs, like, it has the cap
Right.
on it, but it's like just trying to get a good enough router that'll actually like serve our needs, because like I've seen some cheaper ones, but I'm like, no, we need like a good router because we all use it. Like my
Right.
brother games a lot, I game a lot, my parents are always watching something
Something on the
either on
TV.
Netflix or Hulu or wherever. So it's like we all use it all the time, so we need like a really good router.
Yeah, my family has a similar setup. Usually mom is upstairs watching something at all times,
Yeah.
and me and dad are almost always on our computers.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, no, like with me, it's like if I'm not gaming like on a console, I'm on my PC.
Yeah.
So
Me and
Yeah.
dad are both PC people, so We've
Okay.
got the internet wise. We have to
Oh,
have
okay.
chunky bandwidth.
Oh yeah, no, I'm like the everything gamer because I just buy everything. So
Yeah.
My brother does Ethernet, and he's the highest
oh
consumer. We have Starlink.
Oh
And-
okay.
He has like the
Elon, can you please directly send Starlink to my house directly, please?
Yeah.
I have an Ethernet. So everything else is wireless. Is on the Wi-Fi except for my gaming PC. That one I do have a wired one on
yeah.
there.
Yeah, my brother has Ethernet, and then the rest of the house then has the bandwidth to use because
Oh,
he
okay.
uses triple of all of us combined.
Oh
So,
no.
He's the kind of I love my brother, but he's the kind of person to just like eat all of the bandwidth for dinner
Yep.
for fun.
There you go.
I almost do the same thing because I AFK a lot, so I will like
Oh.
leave games running.
Yep.
So yeah,
Yeah, no, I'm like paranoid about that almost. Like when I'm done with the game, I'm like, no, close.
yeah. I'm the worst about it with Minecraft, but
Yeah.
I have left Skyrim running. Like I figured out that if you have one of the packs,
Yeah.
you can like mine stone for like ever,
Oh,
and have like a
dang.
full inventory full
Yeah.
of stone, and then sell it all off.
Oh, dang.
So
Yeah, no, I learned with my Xbox just to keep like, because it has the option, and the PS5 has it too, where you can have like multiple games running and you can bounce back towards them.
Mhm.
But I always close the games down just because I realize with some of the bigger games, like if you leave it running, it'll download the patches.
Oh yeah.
And like I had it for Call of Duty for a little bit, and then it's like, oh yeah, there's this because their updates are never small anymore.
No.
Yeah, no, so like I left it running, and then it's like, oh yeah, while you were gone, we downloaded this like 60 gig update, and I'm
Oh,
like,
no.
oh yeah, no. So after that, I'm like, nope, not doing that no more.
Yeah, because then it'll just auto download things.
It just auto downloads everything, and then like with Forza Horizon 5, when I had it on my Xbox One, it left me running because I think I left it on like all night one night because I just fell asleep.
Yeah.
And it was the same thing. It was like right when they dropped one of the expansions, and it's like, oh, there's a 70 gig update, and I'm like,
there goes your data.
I'm like, F in the chat, boys.
Speaking of the word data, are you aware that most people said data before the show Star Trek because one of the characters'
Lieutenant
name?
Data.
Yeah. So most people before that said it the other way.
Yeah.
After the character.
Yeah.
So they changed it. So,
Okay.
Fun facts.
Like I kind of use it interchangeably.
I've learned that I use like look at this data as in
Yeah.
statistics
Yeah.
versus computers run on data.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh, that makes sense. Oh well, but that about does it for our show here today. We will be back next week.
probably.
I will not.
Yeah,
All
you're
right,
gonna
we
be
will not, but we
moving.
will miss you, Dax.
Goodbye, farewell,
Yes.
friends.
Have fun in England.
Have fun.
I will.
Now I'm
I'll,
sad.
I'll be on stone beaches. I'm sorry.
I'm sad now.
Yeah.
I'll be on stone beaches, chilling,
Oh man.
legally drinking.
There you go. Alrighty, folks. Well, we hope you enjoyed the show, and always just thank you for all of the laughs throughout the years on the show, Dax.
Yeah, no problem.
Yes. We'll
When I
miss
come back
you.
next spring for everybody's graduation, I'll probably jump
Yes.
on with you again.
Yes.
You don't have a choice.
Oh no, it's good. I was gonna say I'm pretty sure if I did try to like say anything against it, that will be what brings V back and be like, you will have Dax on the show.
Yeah, no, you're gonna be held at
V
knife
will
point.
teleport here.
Yeah, either that or like with the stiletto heels that V has, like they'll just like kick like it up and have it like to within like half an inch of my face.
Uh-huh.
And it's like you will have Dax on the show. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
I see.
Okay, we should definitely go.
yes,
We have an appointment
All
to
right,
get to.
go. Ow! I hit my knee.
Good
No one
job.
heard that.